Hey, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to show you how to share digital games on your PlayStation 4 console. These modern gaming consoles, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, they've been out for a while, and I'm surprised on how many people still don't know that they can share digital games with a friend or family member, that a trustworthy friend or family member, and they can save big money, big time money. So you can do this on both PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, but I'm gonna show you how to do it on the PlayStation 4. So initially, what you need is you need a trustworthy friend or family member. I would not suggest doing this with someone that you meet online unless it's someone that you really trust. Um, there's also networks that kind of do this, and communities that do this. I really highly don't recommend it. Most of us, if you have a friend or a family member that you game with, you should pick them because you want to save them money too. This is all about really saving money. So I suggest finding someone that you know. And then you also need a modern internet connection. Just cable internet. You don't need to upgrade to really any high-speed package or anything like that. Just standard cable internet, which we all use, is fine. You also both need access to the premium PlayStation Plus membership. I think this is a really valuable service. One, you need it to play games online with your friends, so it's kind of a necessity. But also, if you buy it a whole year out, you're looking at only $50, and you get free games every month, and it allows you to do the sharing, uh, the sharing system that I'm about to detail. So let's get into it. Step one, what you need to do is add your friend or family member's account profile to your PlayStation 4 system. So there's a couple different ways you can do it. You can have your friend come over and they can go ahead and put in their personal information. They just want to select on create user right in the login screen, and then they'll have an option to put in their information or create a new profile. So this is the most secure way to do it because you're not sharing any information, because he or she does need to put their information into your profile. Basically, he or she is going to create their profile on your PlayStation 4. So either way you want to do that, you can share it digitally, but there's always a security risk to do that, or you can just have them come over, or you can bring your PlayStation over there. Um, and that's how you get their info on your PlayStation. And then step two is you go into your friend or family member's newly created profile and activate their PlayStation 4 as your primary system. So this is really the only thing that you have to do. This is the only step that really trips people up. It's really easy. As I just said, you log into their account that they have just created. Okay, you go to settings, and then you go to PlayStation Network, and this is the screen that pops up, the one that's showing you here on the slide, and you highlight activate as your primary PS4. And that's it. Once you have done that, basically, you're saying your physical copy, your physical PlayStation is linked to theirs. So you have access to their digital content on your PlayStation that you have right in front of you, the one that you use every day. So now that you're still in your friend's profile, you go into their library. That's always at the very end of your apps. So you scroll down to the end of your apps on the main screen. You click on your library. This is a picture of it. I'm sure we're all familiar with what the library looks like. And you get in there, and you actually have access to anything they've bought digitally. So you go in, you download all the games that you don't have, and it queues them up. It queues them up on your profile, even onto your PlayStation, on your physical PlayStation that you have. And then when you're done queuing everything up, you log out. You don't even have to wait on their profile for it to finish doing anything. And it is literally that simple. Voila. You log out of your friends or family member's profile and log back into your own, and you will see the games downloading into your system. And congratulations, you have now cut your gaming bill in half. This is a big deal. PlayStations are expensive. Gaming is expensive. I mean, $60 a pop, plus with all those DLCs. Sometimes big games like Call of Duty can cost 100 and 120 bucks. So this is a great way if you're a gamer to save money. Also, if you're a parent, you have a child or someone that's gaming, and you're end up paying for their gaming hobby, let them know about this. hey, sign up with Tommy, share with Tommy so we don't have to pay all this and you can save two families money. This is 100% legal. PlayStation 4 allows you to do this, but they don't necessarily promote it. The reason why they allow you to do this is because with the onset of a lot of digital content, consumers are afraid of not having any way of sharing movies and music and games. This is PlayStation's 4 answers. They let you share your digital library with one other PlayStation account. And that's what I just showed you how to do. All right, so let's go ahead and let's repeat the steps. 1, 2, 3. If you want to be a good friend, you want to give your account information to them so they can do the exact same thing. They'll put your account on their PlayStation and they will go into your library and see what you have and they don't. So they'll be able to benefit too. And that way you'll be happy gamer buddies. Alright, so there are some stipulations to this. You can only have one active primary PS4 per account, meaning you can only have access to basically 2 PlayStation 4s at a time. Your PlayStation 4, everything you get, and everything that your buddy gets. You can only have one primary, so if you want to switch and do it with someone else, you're going to go ahead and have to have your friend disconnect you, or you can go on to your PlayStation profile online, and you can also disconnect and put your primary PS4 back to your physical PlayStation at any time. So just so you know, there are recourses if you have a falling out with your friend or family member. You can easily put your stuff back to you. If you log into your friend's PlayStation 4 while they're using it, it will kick them out. Only one user per profile at a time. So naturally, they're going to be in their profile at their house. So if you want to go in and download something, shoot them a message. Hey, I'm going to go in and download some stuff. Let me know when I can do it. But as I said, you go in and you queue up all this digital content. So honestly, you don't even really have much of a reason to go in there. The big time you do it is when someone gets a game that you want to play, a new game, and you go in and download it. It takes just a second, so it's really a non-issue, but it is important. Don't go to your friend's profile when they're watching Netflix or something. It'll kick them out. If you delete a previously downloaded game from your PlayStation 4, you must re-download it from their profile if you want to play it again. And what I mean by this is, let's say you download Destiny. You didn't buy it, but your friend did, so you download Destiny and you play it. You realize it's not that fun of a game, so you delete it. 2 weeks later, you're bored and you want to play it again. You have to go back into their profile to re-download it. If you download something on your profile, even when you delete it, it remains in your library to be re-downloaded. That's not the case with the shared game, so I just want people to know that. Of course, you cannot share physical copies of any game. So if your friend says, "Hey, I got The Division from GameStop," well, that's a bummer. That's not going to work. He's only going to be able to play that. You'd still have to go buy a copy of the same game if you wanted to play with your friend. So it's digital content only where it works. And you also need an internet connection online at all times to play these shared games. People argue about this. Some say that you don't have to do this. There might be some one-off scenarios where it's a single-player game and you can still access it. But in the large scheme of things, just keep your online connection on to have access to the shared games that you downloaded from a friend. Okay, so there's some frequently asked questions. These are the 3 big ones. I'm just going to talk about them real quick. The big question is can we play together on a shared game? If just if just my friend buys the game, can we both play a game cooperatively together? Yes, absolutely, 100%. If anyone tells you otherwise, they're wrong, or they just don't know. My friend pre-ordered a game. Why won't PlayStation Network allow me to download it? Pre-orders are great. If your friend goes and they download a game and they let you know, hey, I pre-ordered this game, feel free to download it. Actually, as long as you have space on your hard drive, it will automatically download it for you when it becomes available for the preload. So don't even have to worry about it. Will this work for DLC and season passes? Yeah, there's a lot of downloadable content with games these days, and the answer is yes. There was a little bit of an issue with one Call of Duty game, I believe. Activision was kind of trying to say, no, we don't want to do this, but they've already squashed it. So every game, if your friend gets the big season pass and with all the pre-order bonuses and stuff like that, you will get all of that content when you go download that game. It'll all be tied to that game, and you'll get it all. Okay, so that just about wraps it up. Real quickly, I want to talk about the pros and cons of buying digital. Avid gamers could probably go ahead and skip this part, but if you're a parent and you're just kind of kind of a little bit curious about the difference, or if you're just kind of new to the consoles, this will be some good information for you. The big pros to buying digital is you have no physical copy to damage. If you do have a physical Blu-ray DVD and it gets scratched, it can cause errors. Or there could be defects. You don't have to worry about that with digital. You can also share games and save big money. That's probably the biggest pro, and that's what we just covered in this presentation. Oftentimes, you also receive more bonus content than buying a physical copy. Basically, if any company can cut out a middleman, which is a retailer like Walmart or Best Buy or GameStop, they're going to incent people to actually buy directly or more directly through PlayStation. So as a result, you generally get more bonus content, which doesn't really impact the game a whole lot, but some people are kind of into that stuff. So that's a nice perk. Also, digital games are attached to your account, which means, if you do have a son or daughter that wants to bring their PlayStation forward, like over at grandma's house, they don't need to load up a bunch of games. As long as grandma has an internet connection, all you got to do is get on the internet and you're fine. And you just get on wirelessly. The cons are it's not ideal for collectors. Obviously, if you like to have like the physical art books and the things that come with the games, the physical edition of the game, you're not going to have access to that, so it's not ideal for collectors at all. You cannot sell or trade in your digital games. So once you purchase it, you're in it. You can't get any money by trading back into like a retailer like GameStop. But if you are shared with someone, the money that you will save will definitely outweigh any trade-in value. You cannot physically lend digital games. There's no way to share the game except for the way that we just discussed. So keep that in mind. Also, account-attached games can be convenient, but they can also be hacked. Any kind of digital content, anything attached to your profile, that's something that can be hacked. So I'm just saying that. I'm not saying it happens often or anything like that. PlayStation really hasn't had many issues with that, so you're safe on that end, but it's always a disclaimer there. All right, now get out there and spread the word, because for some reason there's a lot of people that own PlayStation 4s and Xbox Ones and they don't know that they can do this. Help everyone save a little bit of money and spread the word. Thanks for listening and have a great day.